Good morning, hi, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 464, and we're live in Southwest Florida in my beautiful tropical backyard. We'll wait a few minutes for people to pop over from the pre-chat room and for getting their notifications. In the meantime, drink some more water. It's really steamy out here today. Already before 8 o'clock in the morning. Hi, Judy. Thanks for joining live. Good morning. Hi, Sanchel and Naomi. Hi, Becky. Hi, Joe. Good morning. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Lucy. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Hi, Jane. Good morning. Hi, Sulif and Brenda, B and Freezaby. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Josie and Pamela and Christine. Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you have fun weekend plans. Hi, Marissa and Sarah May. Good morning. Welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 464, and we are live in Southwest Florida in my beautiful tropical backyard. Do we have any visitors yet this morning? Oh, we have two kitty visitors right behind me. I'm gonna move my chair so you can see them real quick. They're sitting here right at the edge of the screen. Something is captivating their attention, probably a lizard. I know they love to watch lizards in the backyard. Little cuties. Hope everybody is off to a good Friday and has either pleasant plans or no plans this weekend. Thank you. Yeah, it's Bjorn and Becker, both sitting over there just chilling. Yep, watching the world pass them by. Hi, Sarah May and Glory and Barbara. Good morning. I missed a bunch of names while I was talking, but that's okay. Joe has laundry and rafting, both fun. Or not, well, laundry isn't fun, but laundry sure is nice when it's done though, isn't it? Finished laundry is the best. Having nothing dirty and you have all your clothing choices, that's my favorite. All right, so last night at the podcast, I showed the new colors of Be So Sporty yarn for fall 2019, and I thought I'd do that again this morning for those of you who missed the evening podcast. So for fall 2019 in Be So Sporty yarn, which is 100% bamboo, number 2 sport weight, 325 yards per 4 ounces, we have Golden Child, All Spruced Up, Fire Coral, and Red Maple, Gentle Violet, London Blue Topaz, and Raspberry Coulis. And I'll undo them as well so I can show them to you lined up. And I'll do it this way so that you can see them side by side. So that's Raspberry Coulis, London Blue Topaz, Red Maple, All Spruced Up. The colors look absolutely wonderful together. You could do any type of color work in knitting or in crochet with any of these. I also have Chantilly lace in stock, which would be a good base for color work with any of these colors as well. So that was Golden Child and Gentle Violet and Fire Coral. If anybody would like to see some of these side by side, I'd be happy to do that. In the meantime, we'll go over all the colors one more time, side by side. Fire Coral, Gentle Violet, Golden Child, All Spruced Up, Red Maple, London Blue Topaz, and Raspberry Coulis. Yes, it is eye candy. It is eye candy. And it looks like candy too, like fall candy. The colors turned out really beautiful and I really love them together. It really makes me want to do either motifs like in the Majestic Skies motif shawl. Picking 4 of these colors or more would be amazing. Or doing any amount of, like I have a cowl called Vespa that's done in 3 colors. It's both a knit and crochet version. The knit version is mosaic, slip stitch mosaic color work, and the crochet one is motifs. You could pick 3 colors and do that. That would be so pretty. But yeah, you could just mix and match. I mean, there's a gazillion patterns out there for color work. You don't have to necessarily pick mine either. But these colors would just be so beautiful and vibrant for some color work projects right now. For either motifs, so in crochet color work, you've got crochet motifs, you've got tapestry crochet, and then in knitting, you've got intarsia, fair isle, slip stitch mosaic, just plain old stripes in both knitting and crochet, or alternating your stitch pattern in multiple colors. That would be another way to do stripes too. So pretty. So we'll do the colors one more time. We've got fire coral, gentle violet, golden child, all spruced up, red maple, London blue topaz, and raspberry coulis. Someone asked if I'll be dyeing more yarns. Yes, this is just the first yarn that is dyed for fall. There'll be more yarns coming, but these are the colors for fall for Be So Sporty yarn. Yes, the red maple and the London blue topaz would look great with Chantilly lace for a patriotic look. Absolutely. That is very true. Does anybody have any questions about that or where to find it? If you go to my website, it'll be on the front page. If you scroll down to maybe the 4th or 5th product, it'll be So Sporty Yarn. And after the podcast, I will type in a link for it here. If anyone's having trouble finding it, I'll put a link in for Be So Sporty Yarn. Oh yeah, mandala with golden child and Chantilly lace would be beautiful too. Yes, great idea. Thanks, Bee. I love all of them too. I want to do something in all the colors. I love them together. I would really like to see something with all of them. Wait and see if there's any more questions before I move on. Glory loves my top. Thank you. It's kind of a beach cover-up, kind of a dress, or it could be a tunic over leggings. Whoa, sorry, honey. I've put it over leggings before as well. It's in my Amazon shop, and it comes in lots of different prints. You can get prints in all sorts of color ranges, which is really interesting for, it reminds me of the conversation we've had before about picking what kind of colors we are, like if we're a spring, summer, fall, or winter. They cover all of those bases in this product. So this is definitely more of a spring or summer kind of a color palette, but they have some really beautiful darker color palettes too, and the prints are just beautiful. So it's really a fun top slash dress depending on how you want to wear it, and it's not expensive, and there's tons of prints to choose from. It actually ends up being tough to pick prints. I bought a few though, and I really like them. So thank you, and you can find that in my Amazon shop, which is amazon.com/shop/Kristin Omdahl, or you can find a link to it in the video description below. Uh-oh, we have a kitty rubbing his face on the tripod again. You know you're not supposed to do that. When you do that, everyone thinks there's an earthquake here. You're not supposed to do that. You can rub your head on anything else except tripod legs, okay? Deal? Just not the tripod legs, okay? Deal? You want down, sweetheart? Do you want to get down? Oh, maybe he doesn't want to get down yet. Yes, he wants down. Okay, go ahead. All right, any more questions about the top or the yarn then, or anything else we've talked about? Yes, Naomi, he is such a cutie. Such a good boy. Yes, he's a spoiled baby too, yes. Absolutely. I baby them all day long, every chance I get. And they love it. I have a new habit of telling them it's bedtime and saying, come on guys, time to go, bedtime. And now they come running and follow me to bed. They sleep at the foot of my bed. Jane talks to her babies like that too. So does B-Girl. Yeah. It's very fun to have somebody to baby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, perfect. I have everything I need. Okay, I think that was a side conversation, so not meant for me per se. All right, there was another product that we talked about last night that I wanted to talk about this morning, because I know that not everybody makes it to all of the podcasts. So I have a very, very exciting product to share with you that I am super duper excited to be working on. And it's just the beginning. I've got lots more coming, but I've been working on PDF downloads that are more than a crochet encyclopedia, because I take one stitch or one stitch pattern in each one, and I really explore it and show you as many different things as I could think of to do with that stitch or stitch pattern. So when I say stitch or stitch pattern, some of them are going to be focused on a stitch, like single crochet or half double crochet or treble crochet, where everything's about working just that stitch. And then other ones will be about working a stitch pattern where you do shells and decreases, or whatever you do in a stitch pattern. So to start, I figured best to start at the beginning. So we started with single crochet. So the first PDF tutorial, it's about 30 pages long. It's only $3.99. In that $3.99 PDF, you're going to get information and instruction and lots of details on how to not only make a single crochet, so it'll be a 9 photo tutorial step by step on how to make the single crochet, but then I'm going to show you with charts, photos, and line by line instructions how to take a single crochet and make it into all 7 of these shapes. So working even in rows, working even in rounds, hexagon, circle, square, rectangle, and top-down increasing triangle. And then you'll also have information with suggested sizes for 90 different projects to make with these pieces. So for example, when you're working even in rows, I'm going to show you a bunch of different sizes for what size to make a scarf for any size range of little children, any size range of woman, and any size range of man, so that once you know how to work something in rows, you can make it the size that you need. For example, in the rectangle and the round, I'll show you suggested sizes for placemats, table runners, and different various sizes of rugs to make for your house. For the top-down triangle, I'll show you I'll give you suggested sizes for a shawlette, a small shawl, and a size range of full-size shawls. So all of these will come with a bunch of different suggested projects, and so they'll end up being about 90 of those measurements for suggested projects. And then in each of the sections, so let's just start with even in rows. So even in rows starts with a close-up photo of what it should look like, the suggested sizes for all the different things that you could make working even in rows. So like different sizes for blankets and dishcloths and rectangular shawls, different scarves, different kitchen products. And then there'll be a page with the chart and the written instructions. And so we do that for a circle, a square, the top-down triangle, the hexagon, working even in the round, and then also the rectangle. Let's see, where is the rectangle? And then if that's not enough for $3.99, each PDF will also include a pattern. So in this one, I include a pattern for making the shadow cowl, which looks so beautiful in single crochet in the round. I love the seated texture of single crochet in the round. So this beautiful cowl is easy to make, quick to make, and makes a beautiful quick gift for anybody on your list this coming season. This size happens to stand up really nicely. This is done in number 4 worsted weight yarn in my Be So Cozy yarn, which is superwash merino wool and bamboo blended together. Super soft and nice, and I have some of that in stock. But you could make this pattern in any of my number 4 worsted weight yarns, or because I share all of the suggested sizes for cowls on the page that describes suggested projects for working in the round, you could adjust your gauge with a different yarn and make any size cowl. Yeah, so this PDF is chock full of tons of information, and it may even sound overwhelming right now because I know I said a lot of things, but once you get it and take a look at it, it'll start to make more sense. I brought some of the swatches from the book today too. So from the single crochet, you'll be able to, with photos, written instructions, sharing multiples when it's applicable. It won't be in this one, but it will be in future ones. So there's working even in rows, working even in rounds. When I say even in rows and even in rounds, that means no increases or decreases, just working the stitches plain. And then there'll be how to make a circle, how to make a circle in the round, how to make a square in the round, how to make a rectangle in the round, how to make any size rectangle in the round, how to make a hexagon, and how to make a top-down triangle. So what's going to be amazing going forward as I do other stitches and other stitch patterns, when you find a yarn, you go, oh my gosh, I need to make a shawl out of this, and I don't have time to look for a pattern. You would just flip through your stitch tutorials and pick any one of them and start a top-down triangle with it. That's it. And it'll show you the repeat, and you just make it until you run out of yarn. So you'll end up empowering yourself through these to sometimes not need patterns. And I thought that would be fun too, because there's something really fun about just taking off and exploring without always following a pattern. And with all of the information here, if you want to make a scarf for a preteen or a large man, or you want to make a blanket for a baby, you would go over to the even in rows section, pick the size, know your gauge, and make even in rows. If you wanted to make a shawl, you would head over to this section. If you wanted to make placemats, which one of the upcoming tutorials is going to have a placemat, and I can't wait to show you that. Won't that make wonderful gifts this holiday season? So I'll show you how to make rectangles. And not only am I doing the plain stitches, but I'm also doing complicated stitches as well. And I know some people are probably bored at the idea of single crochet where other people will like to start at the beginning. I figure for those people that don't want to start at the beginning, I'm starting with not complicated, but stitch patterns as well. So the very next PDF is going to be, is it a 6 or an 8? It's a multiple of 8 stitches and 2-row repeat stitch pattern that has some shells in it. And I thought, or shells and decreases in it. So it goes like this on one, it goes like this on one row and then straightens out on the next row. And so we're gonna do all 7 of these shapes in that stitch pattern as well. And I think that once you see the contrast of the single crochet and the stitch pattern, it's going to start clicking, and you're going to realize how much information you're getting for each individual stitch pattern, which is so much more than I could have given you than making just an encyclopedia. So I thought this is going to be an amazing way to really, really go in depth in each stitch. So I have about 8 or 9 in process right now, and I'm planning on releasing them once a week we'll see how that goes. Some might be more complicated and take longer, others will be quicker, but at the moment I'm planning on trying to release one a week indefinitely. Oh yeah, Linda, there's so much to learn here. And I know it sounds overwhelming this morning because it is actually a lot, but once you get the PDF and start reviewing it, I think it'll start making sense then, because there really is so much information here, not only to use right now, but to keep as a reference tool as well. Just to give you an example, for a $3.99, $3.99, 30-page PDF, look at the size of the table of contents. Isn't that great? You're getting all of that for $3.99. And no matter what the stitch pattern, like the next one coming is a more complicated stitch pattern. It'll be more than 30 pages, and it's still only going to be $3.99. Hi Maria, thanks for joining. Good morning. Does anybody have any questions or want to see any particular part again, or see any of the swatches or the cowl itself? Frieseby ordered it. Oh, great. So we have an opportunity for a testimonial. What do you think? Anybody that's already ordered the PDF, if you'd like to share your feedback, I know everybody else would love to hear it. Kimberly says it's so good. She ordered it and she loves the size of everything. Yes, it's large font, just like with all of my print books. The fonts are large, the charts are large, everything is easy to read. That is true. Thanks for pointing that out, because I know that that will be interesting to some people as well. Thank you, Joe. Judy says it's wonderful, has lots of information. Thank you, Judy. Ooh, I should probably figure out how to gather your reviews so that I can add them to the shopping page. Oh, how could we do that? I should do that for all of my products. That's a good idea. How many PDFs will I be releasing, Brenda wants to know. Indefinite number. I have 8 or 9 started so far. I don't see why this couldn't be something that just goes on forever. There's a gazillion stitch patterns out there, and I would love to be able to show you how to manipulate any stitch pattern and turn it into something with corners, something with smooth edges, and how to do a top-down increase and all these different shapes and rectangles. I would love to show you how to do this. Oh, even just knowing how to work from in the rows to in the rounds. I mean, that's even something that gets a little wonky at times. So I feel like doing this opens up I know how to do this. It just comes naturally to me to look at a stitch pattern and know how to turn it into something with corners and shaping and all these different shapes. But I really wanted to share it with all of you because it doesn't come inherent to everybody, and it's not available in stitch pattern library books, or not, what do you call the books? Stitch pattern encyclopedias. You only get to see the one version of it, and I just wanted to be able to make my encyclopedia about showing you what all you can do with a stitch pattern. And I feel like this is something that's just going to empower so many people to be able to think outside of patterns and really just do a little more organic exploring on your own with your yarn. And I think it's going to be amazing. So I can do this with any stitch pattern just about. So I'm just going to keep going. As long as you enjoy them, I will keep making them, and who knows how many we'll get to. I'll be doing it for knitting eventually too, Marcia. Yes, that's a great question, because I've been doing it. In fact, my book, Knitting Outside the Swatch, was one of the first books that I wrote exploring this concept in knitting as well. So yes, at some point I will be doing this for knitting patterns as well. Great question. Oh, my nose. Thanks, Marcia. someone asked about the Summer Lovin' vest. This was next on the list. Summer Lovin' is still on the list. It just isn't the top of the list to be finished yet. Yeah, the knitted ones are going to be fabulous too. In the meantime, if you're interested in that, I do sell copies of Knitting Outside the Swatch on my website. If you haven't seen that book yet, it has a great reference library in it of turning, of taking knitting and turning it into motifs, whether circular or square, and some rectangles. But it's a good start if you're really itching to get started on motifs in knitting. Otherwise, I will be doing these stitch libraries for knitting stitches as well. And again, it's so great for making anything you want to make then, whether you're looking to make blankets or motifs or scarves or triangular shawls or anything that becomes a rectangle, like table runners and placemats and rugs. There's just, I don't know, there's so much that we can do with this. Thanks, Marcia. I'm very, very excited about this. I don't know when there'll be another sale, Edna. Not anytime soon. Is Majestic Skies in one of my books? No, that is a free pattern on my website. So if you go to my website and go into the search bar, just search Majestic Skies and it should pop up. Or you can go to the free pattern directory and it would be under crochet patterns, it would be under shawl patterns, it would be under Be So Sporty patterns, or it would be under number 2 sport weight yarn patterns. Yes, Dory, I'll be doing the knitting too. I'm glad to see interest in the knitting as well. Wonderful. Yeah, and when applicable, those will have charts too. Not always will they have charts, but when it's applicable, I will. I also love how it's standard. Oh, I got another testimonial for the PDF. She loves all the standard sizes that I list. So for any of the given shapes, any of the given chapters, I've got a huge page of standard sizes for things that you would make with that particular shape. Melissa would love the knitting too. Wonderful. Thank you all so much for your support. It's good to know that people are interested. It gives me more of an incentive to work hard and make more things. So thank you. It is going to be very helpful, Pamela. Once you get it and start really using it, I think you're going to be very, very happy. Everybody's been super excited about the PDF so far. And that makes me happy because I've put a lot of work into it. It's available now, Pamela. It's available on my website. You can go to my website into the shop and do the drop down to single pattern shop. If you go there, it'll be the first one. You could search by single crochet tutorial on my website, or I'll be putting a link in this video's description as soon as we're done with the podcast this morning. So if you want to come back in about 15 or 20 minutes, that information there'll be a link in the video description. But it's pretty easy to find on my website too. Oh, and if you go to my most recent blog post, if going to my blog is easier to find, if you go there, the most recent blog post talks about the new single crochet PDF download, and there's a link to where to find it there. But it is available now. I've got the hiccups. Well, I have She Sells Seashells and Be So Fine anytime soon. No, I don't think so, but I do have a beautiful pale dusty rose in Be So Fine yarn called Pink Damask. That might be of interest to you if you want to check that out on my website. Yeah, with the hand-dyed colors, I usually do those pretty limited edition and I don't repeat them often. So the standard colors I have all the time, but the hand-dyed colors I don't, or the variegated ones, I try not to repeat them too much. So like the solid colors are always in stock, but the variegated ones aren't always. Kimberly likes pink damask. Me too. I love that color. I missed a comment. I'm not planning on doing a tutorial on dyeing yarn anytime soon. Yes, Jane, get them all you can. The limited edition colors, they do sell out quickly, and I often don't repeat them just to make them more special. Martina used pink damask to make a shawl too. Wonderful. I'm so glad. I love that color. Hi, Austin Craft Corner. Well, we're almost out of time, so if somebody would like to pick a number between 1 and 5, we will pick a random quote, and we've got a cuddler again. Hey, baby Bjorn. What you want, baby? So if someone would like to pick a number, or Kimberly pick 3. Look for 3. Here's number 3. So let's... I think we just read that one. This one's by Marcus Aurelius. Each day provides its own gifts. So simple and to the point. Love it. And it does. And if we open our eyes, settle our mind, and keep an open mind, we will find them. It's amazing because on any given day when you make yourself too busy and not open to other things, it's really easy to not see the gifts that life presents us. But when you have that mindfulness and that open intention to find them, you can find them. And what a more amazing experience and day you can have when you do. So if anything, this is just a suggestion to remind us to stay open to seeing what those gifts are around us. So thank you, Marcus Aurelius. Everybody can use this reminder at any given moment. Each day provides its own gifts. That's true today. That's true any day. And hopefully each one of us now starts our day with the intention of seeing those gifts. And what a more beautiful day we'll have because of it. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy morning to spend a few minutes with me. I hope you enjoyed the show and tell with the new colors of Be So Sporty yarn and going over in depth the new single crochet PDF tutorial. Both are available in my store right now. You can download the PDF now and go crazy on single crochet this weekend. You can also order Be So Sporty yarn. It's in stock and ready to ship in a center pull ball with a drawstring project bag and a pot of Wrapture included inside. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and I'll see you Monday. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments.